Fiction or prediction? You saw chapter 1, now we're in chapter 2. There are at least 5 predictions from chapter 2 of Accelerando that have already come true. The chapter Troubadour. Imagine a world where you're always 15 minutes ahead of everyone else's future, hacked by your wife, dodging digital bailiffs, and sparking revolutions in economics with a single idea. That's Manfred Macx in Charles Stross's Accelerando chapter 2, Troubadour. Buckle up as we break it down and see how close or crazy far we are from that in April of 2026. Let's look at the players. First, the cat. There's a sentient AI cat that's always recording everything. Have you noticed that cat theme is popular in many books and movies now? There's the cat in the K-pop Demon Hunter series. It seems to be inspired by Korean folk art of tigers. Did I just want an excuse to hang up my K-pop Demon Hunter poster? Did I just want an excuse to eat spicy ramen during this episode? You decide. But remember in the 1980s and 90s, I was in Asia at the time, they had all of these little cat guardians, like little toy cats sitting on the dashboard of taxis and everywhere you went. They were everywhere, little guardians. Are they all related? Is there a prior cat that all of these got their ideas from? Even in Egyptian art, we see cats all over the place. It seems to symbolize mischief, mystery, and protection. It's just interesting to note. If you know where all of this came from or originated, let me know in the comments. Another character, obviously our main character, Manfred Macx. He's a chaotic genius. He's a venture altruist. He gives disruptive ideas for free. He doesn't work. He has no salary, no equity. He's fleeing a messy divorce while wearing a neural implant that streams memories to the cloud. Pamela, she's a predatory lawyer, his ex-wife. She froze their embryo as a legal weapon. Yes, really. 2026 family law isn't there yet, but embryo custody battles already happening in Texas courts. Annette, she's a French political sharp. She's his new flame. She helps Manfred weaponize economics against Pamela. And lurking in the background are the lobsters. We love them. Uploaded crustaceans from chapter 1, they now want voting rights in AI governance. That's not a joke. The time frame or the timeline is 3 years after chapter 1. So Stross may have guessed the early 2010s, but we're in 2026. The place, Amsterdam, but not the one you know right now. Its GPS-guided rollerblades swarm the streets. Drone swarms deliver takeout. They're doing that in China now. You see this on the streets in Los Angeles and San Francisco. And the drones also operate surveillance. Augmented reality overlays every building. Restaurant reviews floating above doors. Digital bailiffs waiting in the cloud. Europe's economy is fracturing, not from debt, but from rogue AIs running high-frequency trading faster than regulators can breathe. Manfred's on the run. Pamela's legal traps follow him like heat-seeking missiles. But he's juggling 3 massive schemes. A state AI planner for centralized economics. Think like China social credit meets ChatGPT 7. Scheme 2, uploading 20th century media to the public domain, so every Disney movie, every Beatles bootleg for free. And number 3, outsmarting his wife, which means freeing their frozen daughter, Amber. He reconnects with Annette, sparks fly, and their plans converge perfectly. By the end of the chapter, the lobsters get server rights. Amber is born, and Manfred's free ideas ripple into AI. So let's look at the predictions versus the reality in 2026. What did Stross get right? Neural cyberware. He imagined brain implants for memory and messaging. In 2026, Neuralink's N2 chip has 2,000 human trial users. Maybe by the time you watch this, that will be doubled. They stream thoughts to text at 90% accuracy. Drone-filled skies. Strauss wrote about swarms over Amsterdam, but today, Amazon Prime Air delivers to 60 U.S. cities. And Ukraine uses 50,000 flying drones per month. Galmic economics gifting ideas. Manfred never charges. In 2026, Meta's Llama 5 is fully open source. DeepSeek just dropped a free reasoning model that beats ChatGPT 5 on math. There's no paywall, no subscription, pure gift economy. Is this sustainable? Is this world of abundance that Peter Diamandis is referring to? Now for the scary accurate part. Stross predicted post-human markets. AIs that are trading faster than humans can understand. In 2026, Renaissance Tech's Medallion Fund is 100% AI run. No human touches the trades. And crypto DAOs, that's the decentralized autonomous organization, it now manages $500 billion in assets with 0 CEOs. Meanwhile, UBI, the Universal Basic Income, you've probably heard of it. I know it's all over the place, San Francisco, Colorado Springs. A pilot in Colorado Springs, Colorado just became permanent because gig economy collapse forced it to. Now here's where it gets wild. Alex Weissner-Gross, a physicist and AI researcher, posted on LinkedIn last month, the 2026 economy is no longer about optimization, it's about emergence. We're seeing autonomous AI agents form gift economies without human input. Basically trading. They're trading and bartering since they don't have cash. They don't have access to cash, most of them. Some of them do. They're trading for memory or other things. This is exactly Stross's agalmic future. Weissner-Gross also noted that EU regulators are terrified of model collapse. I am too. And perhaps you are as well. AI's training on AI-generated data. Stross predicted that in 2026, he called it the lobster problem. Uploaded minds degrading into noise. In another post, Weissner-Gross wrote, the AI first to demand compute rights will happen in the next 18 months. And he's saying we have no legal framework for it. Strauss, in his book, gave the lobsters a lawyer in chapter 2. In real life, we don't even have a draft bill. He was early, but not wrong. Okay, let's see what did Strauss get wrong. What are predictions did not come true? There's no embryo armies. Pamela weaponizes frozen embryos in the book. In 2026, yes, we have embryo custody battles, like in California in 2025, but no one has hacked an implant to freeze a child as leverage. Family law still uses paper and tears. Europe didn't fragment, not yet. Strauss saw AI-driven city-states. I could see that. I could see that happening. But instead, the EU passed AI Act 2.0 in 2025. It basically unified, it's strict, it's boring, no post-human wastelands, just compliance teams. There's no singularity yet. Strauss thought we'd have inter-system bankruptcies by now. Instead, Trump's 2025 tariffs slowed global tech supply chains. Climate disasters ate R&D budgets. We're at AGI hype. OpenAI's O3 model, but not uploaded lobsters yet. I can't wait for them. It's slower, but in the same direction. Strauss's Troubadour, it's still a good tune. It still resonates with us. AI is reshaping our world faster than courts can catch up. Strauss wrote this in 2005, and honestly, the fact that most of it feels like current events instead of science fiction is either brilliant or deeply unsettling. I want to know what you think. Have you read Accelerando? Do you think the singularity is actually coming? Or is Strauss completely wrong about something that I missed? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one. I want this to be community engaged in discussing the singularity and our times, our interaction with AI, and what it means to be human living during this time period. If you like this, I'm doing a whole book chapter by chapter. Hit subscribe so you don't miss chapter 3. That's where things really get weird. Like, subscribe. See you in the future that's already here.